Okay. Nope. Let's get rid of this music. Hi, everybody. How you doing? It's Sharon from the Accidental Art Maker. Thanks for joining the show today or watching it later. Let me know where you're watching from, and if you're on the replay. I'm Sharon. I'm owner of the Accidental Art Maker. I sell iron orchid design products and love them. I've been using IOD for about the last 2.5 years, and I've been upcycling furniture and other home decor for about 10 years now. So today's show is very exciting. It's about something that has totally intimidated me for a very long time, and that is IOD paint inlays, iron orchid design paint inlays. I got really into them this summer, painting furniture, and completely got over the fear of messing up, of having an accident with it. I made probably some of the most beautiful, stunning furniture this summer using IOD inlays. And today, what I'm sharing with you guys is the Iron Orchid Design paint inlay called Noel. So this is the perfect starting point for you. If you haven't used an inlay before, they just look too big and too much. The show's for you. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my camera down and we're gonna get going. If you guys have any questions along the way, do not hesitate to ask. Please ask away. And it's Amanda. Good morning, Amanda. How are you doing today? Let me take off this starting soon banner since we have officially started. And I'm going to just put in a little reminder. Tell us where you're watching from down here. Okay, so let me grab the, let's see what it looks like from the outside. So this is what it looks like when pretty much what it looks like when you buy it. It has these sheets of paper inside of it. They're loose leaf. They're not bound. And what you get is this piece of paper that has a grid on it on one side, and on the other side, this is actual paint. This is not a transfer. This is not silicone. This is paint on this sheet right here. And the basic concept of a paint inlay is to take the paint, and the paint will transfer to a painted surface underneath. So it's pretty cool. The other great thing you should know about paint inlays is you can get, most of the time, 2 to 3 uses out of it. So this is a brand new sheet right here. I'm going to jump right to showing you what it looks like when the paint leaves the surface behind. And then I'm going to take you from the beginning and show you how to do it. It's very, very simple. And also want to let you know, when I'm done with these pieces today, I'm still going to be working on them. I think I'm going to do another show about the molds, the holiday molds that came out, because I think this would be like really pretty with snowflakes around it or something like that. Okay, so to get you to this point right here, I painted a board. I actually got this awesome board from a wine box from Buying Nothing. Flipped it over, painted it in this very light blue color, let it dry, and then I put another coat of paint down and then spread the transfer on top. So one of the questions I've had from my customers about these inlays is it looks like they're wrinkled. The sheets come here, and you might be able to see like some wrinkles in here. The wrinkles are part of the process. It is not a mistake that's happened in manufacturing. When the paint gets laid down on this paper and dries, the paper shrinks a little bit and causes the wrinkles. The other thing too to notice about these transfers is that they're meant to be vintage looking. And you can see here like where it looks like maybe paint's missing. It's not missing. That's done intentionally. It's to bring home the old-fashioned vintage, this sign's been around look and feel to it. Okay, so now here we are. I've painted the board, paint, let it dry. I put another coat of paint on while it's wet. I lay this down and I smoothed it on. This has been drying probably for about like a couple of hours right now. In the summertime when I was doing my furniture out in my garage in the 90-degree heat, when it was very dry, my paint would dry like that and I could take the transfer off right away. So anyways, so conditions matter when you're working with paint inlays, how fast your paint dries. It should be fine, I think, to let this sit overnight if you wanted to, for example, but then when you come in with your magic water mister, you probably want to let the water soak a little bit more on it. So this is a water mister. I'm going to spray it on top of the paint inlay like this. You can kind of see the things looking a little bit darker when I spray over it. Where you see these little smudges right there, that's from paint on top of it I accidentally got. All right, so now I'm just giving this a good wet down with my mister. I want to make sure you want to get all the paper wet, even the part that doesn't have paint on it, so that it's easily removed from the painted surface underneath. Okay, I have here somewhere a rag. 1 second. So now this is really wet, and I'm going to come in and I'm just dabbing it like this. I'm just soaking up the extra water. You don't want a pool of water sitting on this. You want it to kind of soak up right here. Oops, okay. This. Did you guys see on Instagram from Iron Orchid Designs when they were over in England and Annie Sloan was in the house and you got to see the first time Annie Sloan used the Paint IOD inlay? It was pretty cool. Okay, now letting the paper soak it up a little bit. I'm going to start, I'm going to spray that corner a little bit more. If it ever feels like the paint, the paper that the paint is on is ripping when you fill it up, that means you need more water. You need to let it sit a little bit. All right. Please, God, let this work. All right. There we go. I used a mineral-based paint. Look at that. Now I'm going to take this inlay like this. I'm going to set it down flat to dry, paint side up. Because, does anybody know why? Because I can use it again. I'm going to use it again on something else. I don't know what, but look at this. Here's my sign. Paint on paint. It's really pretty. I'm going to be coming back in here, like I said, and doing a little bit more to this. I'm kind of picturing this with some molds. And I've also been thinking about like you guys remember the fir tree mold or the holly mold from this year. So that's what the finished product looks like when you take the paint inlay off. Now we're going to back up a little bit. And I'm going to lay some paint down and put a paint inlay on top of it to show you how to do that process. Okay. 1 second while I step away from the camera. Put that board to start with. Okay. This board right here. So I painted this. I did 1 coat already on top of it. And Okay, so now I have a decision to make. Do I want to use what it looks like on the side? So I've got Christmas bowl, they're not bowls. What are they called? Ornaments right here, and I've got Gloria in Excelsis Deo here, which I think is going to look too red, white, and blue, unless I did a different color underneath it, which I don't think I'm going to do. So I plan for that. So I'm going to do these brightly colored bulbs. I'm going to make it look like they're hanging down, and then the plan will be to have something underneath them at some point. Okay, so cutting this out. And of course, if I wanted to, for some of you guys are some of my customers, I've been sending out individual ornaments for you guys to try. I could cut these up and uh, have them in different pieces of wood planks, or I'm just going to keep this together for you guys. So you can see right here where the paint doesn't run off the end of the page. I want to put this right up against the end of my frame. So I'm cutting off this piece of paper right here. Okay. And this will get tucked in right up here. And I have some kind of wording down here. I don't know what. We'll figure it out. And got my brush, got my paint. I think these colors will really pop on the blue. Blue has always been the color I've associated with Christmas time. I don't know why. Not red and green, of course, but when I think about like the feast of Christmas and that night, I always think of a blue. And the blue kind of like this color too. I think that should cover me. Oh, Sherry, yes, you can use an inlay again. It doesn't come out as solid as the first time, but you can use it again. And I'll probably do a show. I know I have video of me. I'll share it with you with Paradise using that a second time. Okay, so here I am. I'm making sure I have grid side up and paint side down, and I'm just using my fingers to initially smooth it in. And then I'm going to get a brayer. I like my brayer. I see people just use their hands, and I think that works too, but I like the idea of really pushing this down. I don't know why it's therapeutic. Sorry. That's my snort laugh. Okay, so I'm pushing this down in here. My brayer. Here's the paint, the wet paint. And now, I'm squirting it again with the water mister. You kind of already get an idea of how this is going to pop out over the blue. Okay, and then I've got my rag, and I'm dabbing it because I don't want a pool of water. I'm going to do like 2 like this, and then I have some pre-prepped other boards where we can spray the water and peel it off. And then hopefully this will be dry enough for us to peel it off in about 20 minutes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. That, a little bit of a bubble down there. Okay. So now we're going to put this aside and let it dry. And I'm going to go grab another board. Okay, 1 second here. So I've got this big board. What? I wonder. Let me get stuff out of the way here. Got this board right here. Right. I'm gonna let you guys help me figure this out. Do you think so? I'm gonna. This is kind of like a blended color right now. I'm gonna put some more. What's the duck egg blue back here, and then so that it'll be more of a lighter color. And this is a really rough cut board, so keep that in mind. It's actually a Christmas decoration from last year or 2 years ago that one of my kids stepped on. It used to say Silent Night, Silent Night, Holy Night, and then it's on this board, these boards that I glued together, and it was on the floor, and somebody stepped on it, and it broke. But I don't know where the other half is. Okay, so now I got this right here. I can do this red. I don't know. I feel like the red needs to go on the white. I got this, the truck. I could do a French horn with a bunch of stars. There's lots of different options here. And then the word Noel won't fit on it. I've already tried that. Then I got this. I'm thinking what I'm going to do. What do you guys think? I'm just going to try the tree right down the middle of this. Let's see what happens. And then I can put the words. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do snowflakes around it, I think. All right, let's just try that and see what happens. So I'm going to cut this tree out. Sherry, are you furiously going through all of your inlays that you've used? See if you can save them. I hope you are. Oh, right here. Brush. Here. All right, so I know I want the trees somewhat in the middle here, and I don't have to paint the whole board, right? I just need to do something like this. Okay. Smarter. Yeah. The tree's beautiful, isn't it? I'm just gonna remind myself kind of like what my borders are here. Like I don't need to paint the whole board. Paint within this triangle, like this. Yeah, yes, Sherry. You need to dig all those up. All right, so I got my duck egg glue. I don't know if you guys have your FIFO bottles. These are awesome. Sherry, I don't know if you know this trick of the trade. You put your chalk paint in here so that you don't have to do something like this. And then you just squirt it right onto your surface, like that. Pretty cool. All right. Now I'm coming in here. Also, the outside of this is this Napoleonic blue, so I'm saving this brush to come back in and blend a little bit, so I can still kind of keep this cool blended look to it. A little bit more paint. Come on. There we go. And Sherry, you might want to stick around or come back if you can't make it for the whole thing. If I have time, I don't go too crazy overboard. I think I sent you the copycat, Sherry, but I'm going to show you how to use copycat in a paint inlay on a blended surface. Okay. So here we go. This is perfect. This piece of wood too has ridges in it because it's just a raw piece of cut wood. I don't know what you call it, like 4x4. I don't know. Anyway, what is the plank called? Okay, so again, not paint side up, paint side down. We're gonna put it right here over the middle. And yeah, I put my whole rock. I'm smoothing it down with my hands. And so I want to make sure it gets into the ridges here. I'm pretty sure it will. The main thing is like the paint. It adheres to the paint. The paint adheres to the paint. All right, let's get it up here. See if that makes any difference. I don't know. I just like the smashing it down. Make sure I get up here to the edge. Okay. Oh yeah, I love that. I use it on that big orange and yellow piece from this summer that I brought to the fair. Okay. You do want to make sure all the paper is. See, like how I missed some of that. I didn't push it all the way down. Okay. Now I'm gonna come in here with my what on this stuff. Get all the paper. And back with my rag. You don't want to leave a pool of water on top of this. You want the paper to soak up the water, but you don't want it just to be sitting in water. Okay. So now this needs to dry, but while I'm sitting here, I'm gonna come back in with my other thing of blue. So I got these two brushes, right? And so like, what if I did this? I just do dry brushing on the outside here like this. Oops, I got my tape. I don't need my tape anymore, do I? Let's take this tape off. This tape off. I'm just dry brushing this whole thing with this color. Why not? I got like this tree that looks like it's glowing in the middle of a forest. And then I'm going to take this one and just do the outside here. This way you guys can see it. I'll give it like a little bit of a frame. And then a little bit more. I'm almost in it. Gently fluff this back. This is another paintbrush. Did you know that? You can use baby wipes as a way to wipe off a little bit. They don't like these looking brush marks right here. Blend it with the paint underneath. Now we're gonna let this dry. And we'll see what happens. Let me set this down. Okay. Now, this is, have you guys seen the wooden plank boards that I sell on my website from IOD? They come in different sizes. Let me show you what actual plank one looks like. Okay, so this is 12 by 16, and you can use either side. They're awesome. I often will do something, show you guys on one side. And if I don't like it, like I don't like this one too much, I'll just flip it over and use the other side. Okay, so now I've got this. This is a dark green with duck egg blue. And I painted the whole thing in the dark green. And then I took some duck egg blue and I put it on top. And I took one of the transfer sticks from IOD and I went along and I scraped the paint off. And so I got this really cool effect like that too. And what I want to do is put this truck on it right here. And I think I've got enough of the blue back here to make the truck still, the back tree pop up. Let's see here. Okay, so here's the tree in the truck. I want kind of this part right here to go over. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, let's see here. Let's do it this way. See this corner up here? So this area back here has a lot of like the bluish on it, along with this big flag right here. So I want this to be kind of something like this. Now, when you use, this is the product I'm going to use. It's called Copycat Image Transfer Potion. And so far I've used it on inlays and I've used it, you can easily transform an image from an inkjet printer into a beautiful piece of art. It can be used on canvas, glass, wood, plastics, and more. But I've just been using it on the inlays. It will take pretty much the whole inlay with it. So it's more of a one and done. Okay. So I know, again, this is my area here. I'm going to take it off just a little bit so I don't go too crazy with the cushion. I'm going to come up about as high as here. And go all the way down, like this. And what you do is you got your potion, and I have like this little spongy thing right here. I usually have a bigger one. I don't know what happened to it, but you want to sponge up and down the potion into the paint. I'm just going to pour a little bit on here, like this, and I'm just going to start dabbing like this. I've tried using a paintbrush, doesn't work as well. Don't know why. I think this just gets into the paint a little bit better. I don't know if this will dry in time, but probably should have done this one first. But yeah. And the shape of the truck. Make sure we got all this. Okay. Now I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to do the same thing on the paint side of this truck. I'm going to take a little bit of this. I'm going to pour it on the inlay. That's a cut up thin mount sheet. You guys you need to buy at least 2 of these thin mounts. One to cut up and one full size, but that's another show. Right. So I'm dabbing in here, and now I'm just coming in and I'm dabbing all over the paint here. This. A little bit more. It just feels kind of crazy to be doing Christmas stuff in September. I'll tell you that, because that is not the way I roll. Last year I basically waited until December to start making Christmas stuff for with IOD things, and I definitely fell under the gun. The thing about these inlays is that the transfer is all sold out. So I think if you didn't buy a transfer, and that's kind of your go-to for Christmas decorations, you're going to want to definitely try these inlays. I think it's kind of a good thing. All right, so now I've got the potion on the paint and on this surface. Same idea. I'm going to lay it down right down here. Hands. Pass here. Brayer. Like I said, I don't think you need to do this. If you don't have a brayer, just use your hands. Stuff in here. This tree. And then same thing. I'm coming in with my water mister. Okay. Got that up. We will do a reveal with this last. If there's one thing that I know, this glue, the potion, it's not glue. Copycat potion takes a little bit longer to dry than the paint. But we'll sit down and we'll come back to it and see what happens. Okay, let's put this glue here. And now I have for you guys, while we're letting stuff dry, literally waiting for paint to dry, I do have some pre-made ones that we can do together. There's some experiments here. Where's my other one? Oh, the yellow gingerbread. Oh, it's where are they? I'm such an idiot. I don't know. I don't know. I'm switching up like hormones for menopausal stuff, and my brain is like not firing on all cylinders today. Yeah, that's really okay. So I just moistened this. This is a board I did earlier. I'm gonna let that soak just a little bit more. I've got another one I did here, and I think Amanda, you used. No, this is not Dixie Belle. This is like this. It's like a shiny paint, and I used shiny paint on what is it? Maybe it is DIY. I like DIY. I love all the paint works with the inlays. So you really can't go wrong. And I wanted to see what this would look like. There's a lot of green. I wanted to see what a flat green would look like on a shiny green. Might not look good at all. I don't know, but let's find out together. All right, I'm letting this down with my mister. If you have paint going over the sides, you're going to want to make sure you get that too. Super wet. Come in here with my rag. Get up all the water. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes we do like a flat color paint on a shiny color paint with the same tones. It looks really good. Why not? We'll see. Okay, and then let's peel back this snowflake. Come on, don't be shy. Yeah. You know what? I need some more water. Left it alone too long and it dried. Okay. Well, it's a pretty simple snowflake, but if you want to start small, the first time you do this is the perfect starting point. Get a small board, a small snowflake, and try it out. But my ultimate plan is to make a wall gallery with these. All right, let's see what this does. Fingers crossed. Ah, okay. Not too shabby. Let me put this aside to dry. Okay, I really like this one. I might come back in and question. Copycats. Is copycat dried a different sheen? Oh, than your mineral paint. Hmm, I didn't notice anything when I was working on it before. It does look a little bit more solid for sure, but let's see what happens when we do this. All right, Sherry, we'll talk to you later. Yeah, so this turned out really pretty. And so like I might come back in here with some green paint because you can barely see the tree, but maybe it's okay that you can't see the tree, right? Because it's about a sleigh ride. Maybe I want to give a sleigh ride. Maybe it's okay if it doesn't. Maybe I even want to come in here with the other paint and come back in over it. But I don't know if you guys can see the sparkle from this. Can you guys see sparkle? If you're wondering what this is right here, this is yellow paint from my next piece I'm about to show you. I got messy and got some paint on the board, but it's okay. Yeah, I really love this. That turned out really pretty. And then you can read it's like dashing through the snow. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, put this over here. And then, oh, I want to give you guys another little free advice. So when your IOD paint inlays come in these really good plastic sheets right here, if you're ever looking to protect your surfaces, um, use these again. Don't just toss them in the garbage can. Try and use them like put your wet brushes down on and stuff like that to protect your surfaces. I always try and recycle as much and reuse and repurpose as much as I can. All right, now we got this bright, happy, shiny gingerbread house. First I was like, yellow isn't a Christmas color. And I was like, it may not be a Christmas color, but it is a good bright bakery color. All right, so we're gonna take the water mister. I should call it a water misses. Okay, and I'm hosing it down. I'm gonna need to get a new rag because this one over here between the paint and other water. Forget my edges. I always forget my edges and then they get another rag. Stepping away for just a second. Anybody else have like a big pile of rags in their house just lying around that nobody else uses because they look so nasty from all your painting? Right. So I'm dabbing this up. Give it a second here. don't want this to rip. I'm being super careful. And if it rips, it'll be hard to use again the second time. Like that. There we go. Come on, Karen. I do not like this corner. Down. All right. Let's try this again for the big reveal. All right. Again, just to show you guys what I'm doing here off the side of camera, I'm putting this on a piece of plastic just to dry flat. Or I could use the paper that they originally came out of the Inlay, but this is what's supposed to work. Look at this! Isn't it pretty? It's very cheery and happy. I love it. And so whatever I use the inlay on next could have a little bit of yellow tint to it. So I need to take that into consideration if I want to do like it on a white surface or something like that. But I love this. This is so pretty. And I'll probably come back in with some molding and give it like a really pretty, maybe like a pick up on the red here with like a little red frame around the outside. Up here, it'll be really pretty. So yeah, really cute. Now we're gonna go back to the ones that I was painting in the very beginning and hope that they have dried a little bit. So leave this here while you guys look at it. And grab the ornaments. This is still drying, but let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. If it doesn't look good, we'll just call it done for the day. Because if this one isn't done, then the other one will be done. Let's see here. See, I can see the paint still wet over here. But this looks kind of dry in here. I don't know. Let's see what happens. The worst thing that will happen is that we learn to let the paint dry all the way. So I'm closing it down with my water mister. Soaking up the water. Fingers crossed here in Washington State. Did it have enough time to dry? No, it didn't. Look. See, that's too patchy for me. No, let's just do it all the way. Let's see what happens. Oh, I really like it. Give me 1 second while I step away from the camera. Over again. That turned out pretty. It is. It's a little bit. If I left it on longer, I probably would have more in here. You can kind of see where the paint's still wet right here. Yeah, Amanda has a question about heat gun. Whoops. Give me 1 second here. Did I get my question on there? Yeah. So your question is about the heat gun, and the answer is, yay, I didn't know you guys. Heat gun, it should still work. Yeah. It only takes like maybe 10 minutes with the paint I'm using usually for it to dry. So you could try it with but I haven't tried it with paint gun. I will and get back to you and let you know a definitive answer. But if you're going for the vintage look, I think it's okay to have a little bit patchy here. So, but I'll do something with this whole thing and blend it in so it looks all it has like the same feel to it. Like I won't put solid words down here or solid molds. That would probably look a little bit weird. Anyways, so that looks really pretty. All right, so this is here. Should we try the tree? What do you think, Amanda? Try the tree? I think the tree is ready. Oh, let's see here. What do you think? Should I get out my heat gun? I'm kind of tempted to try my heat gun now. All right, we're going to use the heat gun. Sorry, guys. Hope this isn't too boring. A tray with a tree. Yeah, let me share this. Yeah, this would be a really pretty tray. All right, so we're literally watching paint dry. This does seem to be working. Yeah, I can see the paper drying. It's I guess the more question is what's happening to the paint underneath this. All right. All right, let's try it. See what happens. Got our mister. We're making it all wet again. Dabbing up the excess water. All right, fingers crossed. I love it. Look at that. Let's see. Let me put this down. I'm stepping away from the camera because I want to save this tree and use it again. Okay. It'll turn out really pretty. There's some markings in here. So if you look down here, it's pretty solid. And then up in here, I don't know what caused that, but it looks like there's these, it looks kind of faded. So, and I don't mind it. I think it looks fine. But I might do is come down in here with a little bit of sandpaper just to try and make it a little bit more matchy. I don't know. Or I could put words on top of this right here, but there's still a lot more to do with this. This I'm totally picturing with gold or silver molding around, or maybe like little dots of more paint. I don't know, but this isn't done either. So, but I am picturing something metallic happening here. But this will be really pretty, really pretty. Okay, and now for the last one that we've all been waiting for. Let's just check out this truck. Let's see. Kind of just given the way that the Christmas tree turned out and the ornaments, and knowing that the potion takes longer to dry than paint, I'm not going to mess with this. I'll do it later, and then I'll do it later and then post a picture of it for you guys. So, but because I really want to see what this looks like on the blended background, and I really want the truck to pop. So I don't want to leave any paint behind. I don't think I would, but yeah, I'm not going to mess with it. So, all right. So that's it. Let me do, so Gosh, I got a lot of artwork done this morning. Actually started last night. That's the other fun thing about the inlays is that it can move pretty fast. Let me get back on camera. Yeah, so that was fun. I want to know what you guys think about the inlays. I want to know if you're going to give it a try. Um, just try it. They're fun, and you can use different colors. You can do a whole like wall, like a gallery wall. You could do trays, like Amanda was saying. Um, I have like big long signage boards. I'm gonna put the Noel on that. Probably do like a stoop. What's it called? Stoop art when you put it on your stoop. And then I'm gonna figure out how to use the paint inlays for a second time around. Like what other decor can I use it on where it doesn't need to be like it's not. It can be on the background or faded. It's not like the most prominent feature. So I'll come up with another show and show you guys round 2 of using the inlays on this. And then give you an update of what other things I've added to these pretty pieces of art. And I'm like halfway done decorating for Christmas. I love it. Anyways, that's it for this morning. If you guys watch this on the repeat and you have questions, please put your questions in the comments, and I always answer them. I sell the inlays on my store, and I bought a whole bunch of them because my thinking is that the transfers would sell out fast and people would still be wanting to make something, and this is the time to be brave and try the paint inlays for Christmas. So anyways, that's it. I'm Sharon, the Accidental Art Maker. Thanks for joining me today. See you out there making art. Bye.